TRE 2024, I'm at the Adidas booth, and now they win the award for the best setup. We're sitting on like super comfortable chairs. I'm with Andrew Lemoncello. They call him Lemon?
Lemon, that's the one.
Lemon. So can I call you Lemon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
Lemon, let's talk about it. So we have this is such a nice shoe. Okay, we're going to talk about the Adidas Adios Pro 4, which in my hands feels like if the Adios Pro 3 and the Pro EVO One had a baby. It's kind of something in the middle.
Yeah.
I want to know about this shoe. I love the Pro 3. Automatically, it feels a bit lighter. Mm-hmm. Just tell me about it.
Yeah. So the big thing with the Pro 4, we wanted to update everything. It'd been 5 seasons since we did an update on the Pro, and we had so many findings within the innovation team that we had new materials, new compounds that we could use to make sure that the shoe is going to fit the needs of the athlete, first and foremost. How can we improve their experience? Did a ton of testing with a lot of our athletes and came up with this version. So one of the big things you can see, I mean, the upper is so much different from the Pro 3. We've really made it as light as possible, very breathable, but just comfortable on your foot, where you don't have to worry, if there's anything digging in or anything. We've made sure we eliminated all that, so you've got that comfort element. The other part, of course, is the midsole. This is the big component of the shoe that's really important. So what we did, this is Light Strike Pro, that we call it. We softened it a little bit, just because it was producing better results in the lab, and the athletes kind of preferred it. And then we saw a couple weeks ago, New York Marathon, we got first, second, and third with this shoe. So instantly out the box, it was a hit. We're using the same energy rods that we use instead of a carbon plate. It's carbon energy rods. And then on the outsole, we have this brand new outsole traction called Light Traction. It's a new compound that we've come up with, very sticky to the ground. But then we still got the classic Continental and the high abrasion area here. So overall, it was loved by our athletes, and we knew we'd done a really good job for them by updating it all like this.
Okay, so the shoe that's grabbed headlines for the last year has been the Pro EVO One, so the racing counterpart of this guy. How does the Pro 4 differ from the Pro EVO One? We were talking a bit before this, and you were like, some athletes actually prefer this shoe. Yeah. What's the difference?
Yeah, there's actually, as similar as it looks, there's quite a lot of difference. So the upper on the Evo is, well, the whole thing is 4.9 ounces. This is 7.1 ounces. So obviously that's a huge difference in weight. It's still very light, but we just have the market leader in lightness there. So the big thing, I'd say the biggest difference are, again, the two areas is going to be the upper, where this is more of a, I'd say, durable material that you could use. You're not going to run through this material very easily. The upper on the Evo SL, everything in that shoe is built for speed, for lightness, making sure it's non-existent on your foot, basically. You'll see it's very sheer. You can see your feet through it. So we made it very thin, so it was as light as possible. And then the midsole, this Light Strike Pro, it's a compressed super foam, whereas we don't compress the foam in the Pro Evo, which means it's not as dense, and it can be a lot lighter. And then you can see where there's the little designs. It's not in a machine. There's someone hand carving that midsole to make sure that it's. That's why it costs a little bit more. We've got people shaving these down and making them. So those are the two big differences between the two models. And the result is this one probably lasts a bit longer because the foam is denser? Most likely, yeah. Yeah, I know we as a German company, our testing standards are very, very stringent. So they won't put out product without testing it over and over and over for hours and hours and miles. I remember in Pro 3, I did a test for 500 kilometers, and they take it back and look at it, how much compression has come in. I think it's the same for this one. So it's something I really like to see, because they're making sure that when a consumer buys the shoe, they can have confidence in it. It's not going to fall apart. It's not going to, delaminate or anything like that. So I really enjoy that part, that we are stringent on that part. And now, can I pivot to, this is not the Pro EVO One's counterpart, but let's call it, maybe its little brother, I don't know, the Pro EVO SL shoe. So the tantalizing thing about the Pro EVO, and I've raced in it and I've loved it,
But of course, it's a shoe that is not meant to train on every day. It's like kind of a prized possession that you keep for races and that might not last you all that long. This is like a training version of the Pro EVO One?
Yeah.
What's it like?
I mean, I have been so excited for this shoe to come, and Instagram, my algorithms have been blown away by basically this shoe all over my algorithms. Really happy to see the team basically doing a takedown from the racing version to something at $150. That's kind of a normal running shoe price now, but super comfortable, and then following the same design language. We got a lot of buzz off of that shoe, and people are like, what's the equivalent we could have at a cheaper price point? Super comfortable. We're using the Lightstrike Pro from the Pro 3, so it's a little bit denser. But when you put it on, you can really feel that instep and just the comfort that you get right away. And you've got this really nice engineered mesh upper that very breathable. I've had these on for all week, and standing on this concrete floor all day, it's been fine for just standing around. Go for a run, you can get that snappiness because we're using this super foam here. So it's kind of taking the best of what we have and putting it into a package that is more accessible for everyone. It's not as intimidating, I'd say, as something like this at a higher price point with a lot more technical features. Very simple to understand, and it kind of does exactly what it says on the tin. When you look at it, you pick it up, try it on, you understand it's going to feel good, and you understand you can probably run fast in it.
Would you say, is it more of an easy running daily trainer, or it kind of strikes me more as a workout shoe?
It's a hybrid, yeah. So it's funny because you can absolutely go out in easy runs in this and feel fine. You're not going to have probably some of that stiffness that you'll have in the forefoot of any other super shoes. But when you want to pick up the pace, the foam responds really quickly so that you can do that. I was running in Central Park in these and just having a hard time slowing down in them.
And the Pro 4 for some aggressive, but also really lightweight.
Yeah. And they both, in my opinion, look very, very good, So I'm really impressed what they've done with the design language of it all now. So,
Lemon, thank you.
Yeah, of course.